And we are live for Councilmen episode 173. We're going to be talking a bit of news here and there, reacting to the Wednesday Adams trailer, and of course, our weekly review of She Hulk. So stay tuned for that. Oh, oops. The bread is still on.
Late.
Hello.
Late. Minus legacy points. God damn it, Alex.
Amateurs.
Amateur at intros. Here, I'll take over. Welcome back to another episode of the Councilman.
No,
This
we're
will
done.
be our
End broadcast.
173rd. This will be our 173rd episode. Today, we are first joined by Ariq, Teguh, and Kelvin, and Albert will join in a bit. I think he's in the toilet. God knows what he's doing. Yeah. I won't be joining long for today's episode because I'm not home yet and I am running on mobile data. So yeah, it's a lot, and it's expensive.
Yes, yes.
So we are going like usual, we are going to start off with our weekly watches. Then we have the Wednesday Netflix Wednesday trailer
Yep.
that they are going to talk about, and
We have two
a few
pieces of
other news,
news.
and of course ending it the She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, season season
Episode
one.
one.
Yeah, I mean
Episode one
episode
review.
one.
Episode one review. But you won't
Episode
be
one
here
review.
for that moment.
Yeah, honestly, I only want to join the weekly watches right now. Again, because
Yeah,
I told you guys I watch like an insane movie.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, Albert will join us like I don't know, midway into the weekly watches, I suppose. Yeah, Cameron Patterson is right. House of
Wait, is
Dragon
this?
starting tomorrow.
Oh, I
So
have to
I'm
watch two
guessing,
shows now.
yep.
Ah,
I think an
ah.
Albert is a Sue show now, and then later on you'll have to also watch Lord of the Rings one.
Yeah, that's what. Oh my God, this will be a wild one. Huh?
Indeed. So yeah. All right. So yeah. Again, before we start, remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at the Councilman Show, especially Letterboxd to know what movies we watch for our weekly watches, and yeah, Twitter and Instagram to follow us for announcements, I suppose. Yeah. And if you want to catch the live show, follow I can't trust it. There you go. Follow the subscribe to Albert's YouTube channel at Jal Movies on YouTube. Yes. Yeah. Mobile data isn't the best, guys.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. All right, so before Kelvin wastes more any mobile data, let's get into the weekly watchies. And you guys, please interact. Tell us what you've watched this week. We'd like to know.
Yeah.
So
And what you
let's
think of the
start
movies
off.
you watched?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's start off. I think we should just start off with Kelvin. I'm way too curious about this insane movie you have
Okay.
watched.
All right. Okay. I'll start off with a normal one first. I watched two. Well, I watched this last week, but yeah. I watched David Fincher, The Game. Which is
Game.
pretty good. Yeah.
David
Not the
Fincher,
game. The
huh?
game.
Oh, Game. It's just
The
called Game.
game. The Game. It's a 1997 movie. I didn't know it was David Fincher until the credit rolls. But yeah. The
All right.
Game, this I gave this movie, what is it? Uh 3.5. Could have been a 4 because I really enjoyed it from the beginning to like almost the last act, and then the big reveal at the end kind of ruins the whole movie for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, I suppose, but yeah,
What's so
basically the
insane
movie
about
is
it?
just, huh? What is it?
What's so insane about it? What's the
No,
main
no, it's not this movie that's insane. The
Oh,
next
it's not
one is
this
the
movie.
insane
It's
one.
the next one. Okay, okay.
But yeah, the
I
game,
agree.
it's pretty good. Yeah, 3.5. The ending just ruins it for me. Yeah, but it's David Fincher, so yeah, we know he's good. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
now I'm going to go into the insane movie I watched. It's when was this movie? I watched it. Okay, for context, I watched this in the hospital at like 11 p.m. So that's when the indie crappy movie starts
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
channel called Lifetime. It's not that I seek this out, alright?
Yeah, it's on the TV.
It's a 2020 movie called My Daughter's Psycho Friend.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
okay, okay, okay. uh,
Interesting.
so let me read the description here. So the synopsis: a devious and psychotic student tries to frame a new girl at school for a teen's accidental death at a party. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
When I started watching it, I saw the title. I thought this is it's just going to be a normal teenage flick, of a girl who just moved into a new town, moved into a new school, and then they became friends with the mean girls, the popular girls, and then she realized like, oh, they're pretty bad, and those kinds of normal teenage
yeah,
flick.
yeah. Like Mean Girls.
Yeah, like Mean Girls. That's what I thought it was going to be about.
Uh,
In the 84 minutes of runtime, all right,
yeah.
a SWAT team was involved. Two
Okay.
murders happened. One
Yep.
implied murder and one attempted murder happened.
It's very action. Is it action packed? It looks. It sounds very action packed.
It is not action heavy. Uh,
Oh.
yeah, because yeah, like yeah, no, I mean like to start off the intro of the movie, they start with like the mean girls, doing the prank, the Twitch prank, the was it called swatting or something
Oh,
like that?
swatting.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
called
yeah.
the yeah, they do that. That's a SWAT thing that was involved. Yeah, they do that, and then like because like I think the guy doesn't like her or something like that. Yeah, things like that. That's a psycho girl. And then that
Mm,
psycho girl kind of like, oh, let's have a party in my house. And then she's like, she wants to prank one of the kids, one of the like lonely kids or something, right? And it's just like, hey, come over here. And then like as the other girls are talking, she slipped like I think they say it was ecstasy. I
hmm.
think it was ecstasy. Yeah, and then that just kind of like apparently that's like a roofie. And then that dude kind of fell into the water and he died. And then the
Oh.
whole movie is just them trying to cover it up. Cover it up, or like the new girl in the school, it's like, I kind of saw you do that, but
Ooh,
do I want to tell the police or not? And then, yeah, the psycho girl kind of like, hey, come here to this secret location, and then she whacks her with a bat, and then like puts her in the car, and try to drown her in the car, and that failed. Yeah. Yeah. All I know in the end is that the new girl dad got shot after the psycho girl kind of broke into the house. And
Right.
but the thing is, the ending is kind of underwhelming with all this craziness happening because it's literally just a psycho girl getting pushed off the window.
well, now got pushed off the window. Okay.
Yeah, she got pushed off the window out of the second floor where she just kind of like what's her name? Uh, she's like, yeah, like the mom and the new girl was like hiding in the closet, and she's like, and they opened the window, so it looks like they ran out of the window, and then the psycho girl was like, hmm, where them at? And she just like, with like rage in her eyes, just like, like Sonic, and just like, slams her from the back, and then she falls down, and then she, yeah, goes into juvenile prison. So yeah, that's pretty much the movie. Uh, what is
What's it?
this? The
Did
award?
Mr. Blue Book say that it's lame? Oh, is it lame, Kelvin, technically, or does it just?
Is it lame? Yeah, it is. It's a low budget indie movie.
Oh,
Um, it's
fair
low
enough.
budget indie movie, and it plays at 11 a.m. on a Lifetime channel. So 11 p.m. on a Lifetime channel. So you know it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, yeah. Not only that, I just checked. It's on YouTube. The full movie.
You told
What?
YouTube the whole movie.
It's on YouTube. But no, even funnier. Sub Indo. Oh, gela.
Oh,
I
dude.
can watch this.
Watch it in the background, just to see all the craziness.
I might just do that after this episode.
Yeah, man, it's a
Oh,
short
wait,
movie, 84 minutes.
wait. I'm pretty sure I'm too lazy to check on the letterbox, but in case it is on there, what would you give it?
Oh shit. Leads here?
Yeah, on Letterbox, I gave this movie a two
Uh,
and a half stars.
and a
Two and a
half.
half, damn.
2.5, mostly
Yeah,
because
fair
of
enough.
of like the absolute twist that I wasn't expecting. Like, thinking it was a teenage flick, and then all this happens, and I'm like, what did I just watch?
Oh shit.
I want to partly blame on it because it's already like 11 p.m. You might be a bit delirious, but you know what? I'll just
Dude,
say the
that's
movies. I'll
that's
just say the
that's the
movie's weird.
exact time you should be watching this kind of movie, Ariq, when
Ah,
you're a bit
yes.
delirious.
This is not. Every time I keep saying, "Oh, this is a Sunday afternoon movie," so this is like when did you watch this? Thursday, Friday.
11 p.m.
So
This
Friday
is like
night,
an
11 p.m.
11 p.m. Tuesday movie. Yeah,
11 p.m. Tuesday, guys. You have to watch this at 11:04 p.m. on a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday.
On a
Yeah, which
Tuesday.
is the perfect time. All right. So yeah,
Right, this is
that's pretty
interesting.
much
Right,
the movie that I watched. The
you
two
watch
movies
two
that I
movies.
watched.
That's okay. Well, so one is a thriller. One's a. What would you describe the game as? I don't even know.
What would I
Drama.
describe it? A better
Drama.
thriller.
A better thriller.
A better thriller. A better thriller. All right. That's very, very good. You know what? A bit more diversity. It's no longer Halloween for you. Not really. All right. Oh, I actually want to bring this up. I just realized, yes, we did this last week, me and Albert, because there's only two of us. So
Uh,
basically, right, I was only watching two movies. Albert watched six, so we kind of like he did like two, I did one. He did another two, I did one. Then he did the other two movies. Oh no, maybe we should try
all right.
doing that. Well, let's see if we can do it right now. Teguh, what movie have you watched this week? How
I
many? I mean,
watched.
how many actually? How many?
I definitely watched more than two, but I only
Okay.
remember the title for two, so I'm gonna say two.
So you watched two movies. Okay, so we'll go to you, to me, to you, to me, because I only watched two movies as well.
Okay.
Okay, go on. You go first. What is your first
I'll
movie?
start with the worst one. I watched
Yep.
Company of Heroes
Hey, that sounds familiar.
because it's a game.
I thought that movie is famous.
Right, it is.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it is.
It's a
I heard of
game.
that. But
The movie was, I'm assuming it's
oh, it's a
inspired by the
game.
game, but then so what rating first? Rating, I'll give it a I'll give it a 3. The reason being is because it was very average. Okay, the beginning was good.
Yep.
They had a name drop, so that in itself is, 0.5.
We're the company of
Like
heroes.
literally,
Holy shit.
no, literally, we're in the company of heroes. 0.5 right there. Um,
If you want a point five from Teguh, just say the title of your movies, man.
They did it. They said it.
hey, if you know you've got a stinker, just say the title, and that's instantly a 0.5 instead of a 0. But yeah. The the only the only reason why I didn't find it that one, because again, the middle bit was fine. It's just that the ending got very like at first it was just like, oh, trying to get into Germany, like stopping the Nazi advance, blah blah blah, very standard stuff, which is the stuff that I like. But midway through it suddenly became a spy mission about like trying to get like the Manhattan Project files, like for like, oh, the Germans are building a nuke. We need to get those files, and then like I thought this was a war movie, not a spy movie, but okay. It literally became a spy movie midway through.
Teguh got scammed.
I got scammed, man. It became
Teguh got
a spy
scammed.
movie midway through and not a good one.
Because I know Company of Heroes is like those like strategy war games where
Yeah,
like top down view kind of deal. Yeah.
yeah,
he got
but then like
he got scammed
I got scammed so hard.
I got scammed into a thriller, and Teguh got scammed into a into a
into a
spy
war movie.
movie.
Well, what he thought was a war movie.
Yeah.
That it? Is that
Uh,
all you have to say about it, or anything else particularly
Yeah, no, that's
interesting?
about it.
Okay, okay. Do you give it a 3 out of 5 for
I'll give it
it's a
3.5.
reasonable
Yeah,
movie?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's on Netflix, and maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, it was on Netflix. That's why I watched it.
Fair enough. Well, so I guess I can move on to my film this week. I watched Prey, the the Predator
Ooh.
movie that you won.
Oh yeah, I
So
was gonna watch
yeah,
that. But never mind.
yeah. Well, yeah. What I was caught off surprised is I didn't realize it was actually made by Disney. I was like, wait, Predator and like aliens are like Disney IPs now. Okay.
Everything's a Disney IP
Yeah.
now, man.
Oh, but like the movie is so like brutal, right? So like that's not Disney at all. People get their heads chopped off and stuff. Because Predator, like
I mean, they are
the
starting
aliens.
the what's a mature rating, right, for like their
Yeah,
own stuff in the Disney Plus.
yeah. They did. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
right. Yeah.
yeah. So I
Anyway,
was like, yeah, but I was a bit caught off guard when I was like, wait, this is Disney. So gory though. But yeah, overall, Prey. I'm not gonna do a spoiler because either not many people have seen it or you guys are maybe interested. But I think it's a really good movie because it's more like I guess like a survival kind of movie kind of deal, because obviously there's like this one slasher who's the predator, and I like that the movie like it's basically one of those cases where a strong female character is actually a strong character who just happens to be female. So it's written very well. I really like that. I really
right.
like the main character. Yep. The action scenes are pretty cool, especially when involving the the predator. Obviously, involving the predator. He's very badass. Um, like I quite like the was it like Native American setting? It's very different from the other Predator movies. And yeah, like overall, like this story is also like nothing complicated or over the top. It's pretty straightforward as what it is. And yeah, I think it's actually like a really good movie. I think Albert mentioned this last week. He said it's just like the third best movie of the year, so below Everywhere All at Once and Top Gun Maverick. I'm not sure if I recalled that correctly, but yeah. So a very good movie. I think I haven't put it in the. Yeah, I gave it a. I haven't put a rating on it on Letterbox, but when I do, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Very good. Highly recommended movie. All right, that's my first film. So I guess we can move back to Teguh for his second film.
I finally watched Knives Out.
Ooh, an actually good movie, not just some Michael
Actually
Bay
good
kaboom.
one. Yeah,
Not
'cause
just Michael Bay kaboom.
hey, I like Bay Kaboom. Michael Bay
Okay.
Kaboom is good. Actually, I just remembered my third movie. So because we were talking about
Uh,
Michael Bay Kaboom, so I'll mention it after yours later. But yeah, Knives Out. I remember you guys mentioning it back then. It's very interesting because yeah, like you know who the murderer is, you know the method of murder, but then it's like just like that whole like whatchamacallit, like the whole plot line and then the twist at the end, that was really good. Like I liked it. And now I'm quite excited for Knives Out too. Um I'm pretty sure someone had it on their list, right? I don't remember.
it's mine. It's on my
Okay,
second
yeah.
one.
Yeah. I'm excited for your movie, Ariq.
Yes, very
Um
good, very nice.
it was just I will say it was a bit weird. I mean, I got used to it, but it was a bit weird watching what's his name? Daniel Craig have a southern accent. That was a bit
Yeah.
it wasn't bad, but like especially since his name was what was his like when he was introduced he had like a very French name, right? I was like, oh, is he
Benoit
Yeah.
playing a
Blanc.
Frenchman?
Yeah,
And then
Benoit Blanc,
and then
yeah.
like the first sentence that comes out of his mouth is like so like southern. I was like, what the bloody hell is happening?
Doesn't help the fact that we only really know him from James Bond.
Yeah,
So
exactly, right? All I've ever heard is British.
yeah, yeah. Right, so what would you rate it?
I'd give it a 4.5.
Very high thing. Very nice.
Yeah, 4.5. The only reason I don't give it a 5 is because I'm stingy with my 5s.
Fair enough, yeah. Alright, so I don't know
Also,
if I
hi,
should
I'm here.
oh, yes, and Albert is here and everyone can see him. Yes, okay.
Yep.
Anyway, so she just removed it from stream. Albert. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying
Wait,
to
since we
introduce
already
myself
started
to
without
the
Albert, is it
audio
okay if I
listeners.
is it okay if I move back to my movie first, Bert? Because we're doing that thing where we like switch back and forth, but like you weren't
Yeah,
here
yeah.
yet.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I only watched 2 movies, so this is my second movie. Finally watched the a la carte that Kelvin gave me, the unbearable weight of a massive talent.
A
No,
la
it's not
carte?
a la carte. It's a package. It was one packet with an avatar, right? So
Package deal.
yeah, package deal, yeah. And actually, I'm so glad that Kelvin gave it to me because like that was actually a very fun movie. In my opinion, I'd
Dude,
give it like, huh?
no,
What's
no,
going on?
go on.
Okay, right. I wanted to say it's in my opinion, it's like kind of like the closest thing we've gotten to like another Top Gun, because like the premise is somewhat similar, where like an actor or actors get into like this weird like situation involving shootouts and shit. I like how Albert's like confused. How did you make that connection? Why are you so weird?
You're literally connecting unbearable weight of massive talent with Top Gun.
Wait, Top Gun? Wait, no, I meant Tropic Thunder. Shit.
Oh my god! Where in the hell is
Alright, that
Holy
makes a
shit!
lot more sense.
Oh, that
I
was
was
so
also
far
quite
off. No,
confused.
you're right. Yeah. No, that makes no sense if it's
I thought when you're comparing it with Top Gun, it's like you're comparing it like how good it is. You know, like
Oh
oh,
no
Top
no
Gun is
no
a
no
9 out
no.
of 10. This is also a 9 out of 10. I thought that's what
No,
you
no,
meant.
I wouldn't give it no, or I'll
Oh
give
my
it like
god.
close to 9 out of 10. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. But like, yeah, sorry, I meant this like Tropic Thunder, where it's
That
like
makes
yeah,
more
no, the
sense.
actor, yeah, like where the actor gets into like this weird situation involving gun shoots and whatnot. But no, I like the chemistry between Nick Cage and Javi. Like they're such cool bros.
Mhm.
Like they appreciate each other and all that. I like and I like the characters as well. I like when they got high on well, I guess that's a bit of a spoiler. They got high on acid. That whole scene was quite funny.
So good.
It was I just can't stop laughing at that. And I don't know why Nick Cage is like a second personality and all he says is "You're Nick fuck it!" Like so long. But yeah, no, overall, like the movie is like really funny, and I like the end. The ending got me a bit confused. Where I'm like, oh wait, so that's so that's what happened. So yeah, like overall, I really do highly recommend watching this movie if you haven't. I think it's one of the best comedies since Tropic Thunder, and probably the closest thing we'll get to a second Tropic Thunder, unless we see that what's that? What's his name? Tom Cruise film that we
The
mentioned. I forgot
last,
the news
last,
last
last
week.
gross, last Grossman.
Yeah, the Les Grossman one. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it, and yeah, very fun watch, incredibly fun watch, and yes, thank Kelvin for giving me the movie along with
You see, Eric,
package
like
deal.
It is a good
Uh,
film.
it
like
is.
after winning the previous year, I'm like, I don't know, I'm not, I don't want to go back to back. I want to share the win, you know.
I want to share the double use,
I know
share
what's
the
gonna win if
dubs.
I keep the package deal, Avatar 2 and Unbearable. I'm like, nah, I ain't about that. I'm a generous person. I just decided
Yeah.
that I want you to win this year. Next year, maybe Teguh, and then Albert, maybe.
Yeah. If you watch, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, thank you for that. And also, yeah, I should mention, because of the movie, I really want to watch Paddington 2. I'm not gonna watch the first one. Just want to watch the second one
All right, I'm
immediately.
out. All right, I'm out. Actually, I'm actually going to be out because
Oh,
my data is not holding up.
fair
Uh-huh.
enough, fair enough.
All right, see you guys, and also read my Wednesday review. I put it in the private chat. But yeah, all right, see ya.
Got it. Bye.
Kelvin is off the air. Can't remove him. Be gone.
Okay.
Okay, he's gone. All right. Albert, what is your weekly watches? We can just go through
Yeah,
our
I'll
review. No problem.
I'll go mine really quick, but also I'll say I agree with your thoughts on Prey and not Tropic Thunder.
Unbearable weight
Unbearable
of
Weight,
a.
both good. Okay, so I saw three films. I'm gonna gloss over the ones that I don't really care for, but I saw actually shit. They're all so good. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start with the least good one first. I saw the Hurt Locker. I think you guys have seen it, right? That's the bomb
I,
defusal movie.
Have
I
I? I
haven't
don't
seen
think
it. I
I
know
don't
what it
know if I
is.
have.
Anthony
I know
Mackie,
which one you're
Jeremy
talking
Renner.
about. I
Yeah,
don't recall if I've seen it. If I've seen it, I've forgotten all about it. So
2008 film directed by Catherine Bigelow. I thought it's good. There are some good intense moments, good drama. Although I think it gets a little bit melodramatic at times, and like it just kind of derails the film a little bit from the whole bomb defusal stuff. But I still enjoy it, though not like fully. I gave it 3.5. Um, and yeah, I mean, I watched the other Catherine Bigelow war film a while ago, which was Zero Dark 30, and I thought that was definitely better compared to this, definitely. So
All
yeah,
right.
so
Yeah.
so 3.5. It seems like Cameron's not a fan of Catherine Bigelow, but yeah, 3.5 for the Hurt Locker. I also watched That Thing You Do, which is a music film. It's not a musical because musicals when you sing and dance and everything. This is a music film, and it's basically about a band. It's about a band from I want to say Pittsburgh or a small town in Pennsylvania, I believe. But basically, it's just a band that happens to play one song, and then somehow the song become very famous, and then they blew up like overnight. Well, not overnight. They blew up like really quickly, and then so it's like those classic band film stories, like small town, they become
Yeah.
big, and then the ego started to happen, and their band like destroyed and everything. But it's like those classic trope, but they did it so well, and there are some different stuff to it that makes it so much fun. Tom Hanks plays the band manager. He plays like such a straight guy, like so much fun to watch him. Like he just tells them straight. The main lead is good. Steve Zahn is in this, and he's my favorite. He is so weird. His character is so weird. There is a particular moment when the band, and this is my favorite moment in the film, when the band plays, not the band, when their song play on the radio for the first time, and then everybody was so excited and so happy, like you literally cannot you feel the joy. It's so infectious. You cannot not be happy for them during that moment because it's such a good scene. And then Steve Zahn's character, like everyone's dancing and like jumping, and then Steve Zahn is like, "Yeah!" And then they're in like a radio store or like an electronics store, and Steve Zahn approached this like one random lady, and it's like, "Yeah, yeah!" And it's like he want to hug the lady, but the lady's like, don't want to. So he's like, yeah. And then he comes down and he look around and there is like a cardboard cutout of a person. And he just grabs a cardboard cutout of a person and like kissed it. And then like, okay. It's acted cool. I'm like, that is so funny. But Steve Zahn is so great. And yeah, this is one of the few Liv Tyler movies where I actually genuinely like her. She's genuinely great in this one, and I really enjoy her in this one. Highly recommend it. Plus, the song is the title song, "That Thing You Do," which is the song of the band, is really good. So highly recommend this. Tom Hanks directed this, so this is the first time I've ever seen Tom Hanks direct a movie.
That's cool. Huh.
Mm-hmm. And the last one, five. Okay, that one's 4.5, and the
Mhm.
last one, 5 stars. One of the best films I've seen in a long time. Uh, I'll premise this by saying that this is directed by Joel Schumacher, and this was released in between Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. I don't know how he made this film in between those two films, but this is incredible. It's like a court case trial film, like those law. I don't know what do you call it, like the law court case film
Yeah.
kind of thing, basically.
Yeah.
It stars it stars Matthew McConaughey as the lawyer. It stars Sandra Bullock as like the young up and coming college student who was helping out Matthew McConaughey in the lawyer case, and Samuel L. Jackson as the guy that is being like in the trial. Basically, and this is okay, I'm gonna trigger a warning because this is gonna get dark, and some people might get uncomfortable, but trigger warning. So basically the premise is Samuel L. Jackson's very, very young daughter got it got raped by a bunch of like rednecks. And then so obviously that's a whole thing, right? And then like the rednecks got convicted, they're about to be sent to trial. But Sam Jackson is like just so pissed and like in a fit of rage for good reason. And he shoots them up and he kills them while in front of like the court. And at the same time, and while in the process, he also injured a police officer. So the whole trial is about asking, are we gonna give the death sentence to Samuel L. Jackson's character for shooting up the person who raped his daughter? Like that's that territory of like the tricky territory. So yeah, it's a very moral film and it's very tough watch, but it's really freaking good. And the ending, the final delivery of Matthew McConaughey's character to make the judge decide if this is guilty or not. That is one of the greatest monologues. Well, not greatest monologues. One of the basically it's just like, shit, I did not see that coming, and that is like fucking true, and that speaks a lot about the community right now, about the world. So yeah,
Very
that's-
society movie. Nah, I like it. Actually, come to think of it, I think I've seen this movie before, like a bit on the TV, because I remember there was like the main cast you mentioned, and it was like an old looking kind of film, and which it is. Was it? What year was this?
1996.
Yeah. Maybe I should fully watch it. I only saw like bits of it. There was racism involved. That's all I remembered as well.
Yeah. It's really good. If you like those like court law film, I think you will really enjoy this.
Was that all of the movie again? Oh, A Time to Kill.
A Time to Kill, 1996.
Time to
Joel Schumacher.
Kill. Hey, you silent you. That's just my friend. Don't worry about him. Right.
I feel like, I
That's
think
very
both you
cool.
and Teguh will like that.
Yeah. All right, so that's our weekly watches, but I kind of want to go back and say I think a lot of people watched a lot of things. Naruto, man, you watched Top Gun Maverick, very cool. Oh, but you didn't watch it in theaters. You didn't get your ears blown off when the jets fly over.
Oh, it's still playing on theaters right now.
Well, really? Well, you just
Yeah,
said it left theaters.
Did he say it left theaters?
Well, now I don't know.
He literally said it's still playing in theaters somehow.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, I know. Just before. Sorry, sir. Never mind. So you did get your ears blown off by the jets. I like it.
Good.
Very good.
That's
I
part
like
of the
it.
experience.
I think it's like top. I want to say it's like number 6. I think now domestically box office of all time.
Jesus,
Mm.
it's been
Top Gun
out for like
Maverick.
2-3 months, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been out since the beginning of June or like end
Yeah.
of May. It's insane. It's insane. It's making so much
As
money.
the-
People's watching it again over and over and over, including Cameron, I
Yeah.
think, in the chat.
Yeah. And Galen, she rewatched Toy Story 3. I don't remember what happened. Is that the one with the purple bear?
Yeah, the sunny side
Also.
daycare.
Yes. Oh yeah, never mind. I remember the last part. Oh, you made me cry. Your fault. So a lot of people have watched Prey as well, apparently. Yeah, I like it. Very good movie. What else? Bodies. Did you recommend this to me? No, you recommended X. I don't know if they're even the same movie.
I wanted to watch Bodies. like last night, but I didn't get a chance to. But yeah.
Fair enough. Yep. And guess that sums it up for the our weekly watchings.
Actually,
Right?
wait, no, I
Very
have
cool.
one more. I remember the title for one more movie.
Oh, you are. Oh, yeah. Wait. Yeah.
All
The
right,
Michael
what's
Bay
that?
film. Yeah. What is it?
Is it Michael Bay? I don't think it's Michael Bay. Let me
Well,
just
it
double
was
check it.
Michael Bay-esque at least. It
It's
didn't have
Michael
to be
Bay-esque. It's
Michael Bay.
very Michael Bay-esque. It's Midway.
Oh, for God's sakes, that's a movie. I haven't watched it, but I
It's
know.
isn't that Roland? Isn't that Roland Emmerich?
Roland Emmerich.
Americ, yeah.
Yeah.
Disaster movie, dude.
What? It's so good. What do you mean? It's
No,
just.
no, he's known for making disaster movie. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
I
Oh,
thought you meant. I thought you meant the movie was a disaster. No, no, no,
no,
no.
no, 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 not the movie was a disaster. well, well, you know what? It's partly right. It was a disaster for the Japanese Navy, historically speaking. But go
No,
on, yeah.
I'll give the movie a 4 because here's the thing. I liked a lot of it. It's my kind of movie. But I found at oh hell no, Stein.
Go on,
Stein.
go on, go on, go on.
No. You can't throw at me a World War II like
Uh,
things go boom all the time movie and not expect me to give it at least 3.5. That's not gonna happen, you know.
yeah, to be fair though, there's a lot of like
It's
action.
this kind of film.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
action
it's
packed.
my
It's war.
like
I haven't
okay,
actually watched it,
yes,
but
the
yeah.
character development is terrible, and
Mm,
a lot of the times the cuts between the sequences are jarring, but
yeah.
the things go boom. That's all I need.
Everyone's bullying Teguh again. Stop it. I thought you're some. Oh no, it's Naruto the man that supports Teguh. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No, I haven't
It's
watched
it,
the movie, but I
it's
do understand
it's
why
it's one
you
of
would
those
like it.
bad movies that I really like. So
Yeah. 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 I saw like some
um
action scenes with it. I was like, okay, it was pretty.
yeah, you need to understand that one of my favorite movies, is it of all time, but one of my favorites, just because it's my type of movie and there's a very strong nostalgia factor,
Yep.
is Pearl Harbor by Michael Bay. So
Yeah, that movie wasn't exactly very good. Like, what do you call it,
no,
rating
it's
wise?
terrible. I love it.
No,
Yeah.
rating wise, it's pretty terrible. But I see the fun in it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it.
Not anyone in the
I
chat
have
saying
no.
I cannot support the go on this one. I saw it in the theaters. I want my money back. LOL. Pearl Harbor is good fun though. I've never seen either of them. I don't know.
What? Really? I mean, like,
I've
I can
never seen.
understand if you haven't seen Midway, but really not Pearl Harbor? Never
No, I
appeared in
haven't. I
your
haven't. I haven't seen it.
competitions?
Well, it has. I just like. I mean, I know who's in it, and I can guess the plot based on the title.
Oh,
So
right,
in terms
yeah.
of trivia, but then no, I've never seen. I've never seen it.
Okay, that's actually interesting. Yeah, no, I thought you would have seen Pearl Harbor. All right,
No.
all right. Does that concludes everything? We
Yeah.
end with such a disastrous
What's the
movie.
rating?
Oh, what's the rating of Midway?
I gave it a 4.
Oh yeah, Midway is 4. Right. So very.
Nice.
Does anybody? I want to know if people will definitely disagree with that. A 4 for
Yeah, no.
Midway.
If I was being objective, I'd give it maybe a 2.5,
Yeah.
2.5, but no, 4.
I want to know how this hurts people. I gave Citizens Kane 4.5, so basically it's only a difference of 0.5. Midway and Citizens Kane aren't too far different. I like ending it with that terrible note. I want people to think.
It's just me pulling another whatchamacallit, like Iron Man 2 number 13, you know?
Yeah. Knives Out
I am-
4.5, Midway 4.
I am
Yeah.
tempted because obviously again everyone can see all this film that we mentioned on the letterbox. I'm gonna log it after the show.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to get Letterbox Pro because that's a thing for Letterbox, to get Letterbox Pro for the account because it's basically shows statistics, and we are basing it out of four people's like different perspectives. I want to see like the ratings of all four people's rating system into the Letterbox account, and I'm curious what's gonna happen.
Oh. That's pretty cool. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So yeah, that is the end of our weekly watches. A very good selection. Well, when I say good, I meant like a massive variation of movies, and
Mhm.
not necessarily all terrible or all good. So yeah, I like it. Very diverse. But
Yeah.
now we must move on from weekly watches because we are going to discuss this week's only trailer, I think, or at least the only one that's significant, which is the Netflix Wednesday trailer, which is, in case some of you don't understand, it's Wednesday Adams from the Adams Family, right? Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Ah,
You got it
yes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So you have all watched the trailer?
I did.
Go.
Yeah.
Ah, astaghfirullah. I mean, bayal. Never mind. All right. So, who wants to go first? Who wants to say their first thoughts? The thing is,
I
I don't know anything about Adam's Family. I've never watched like the movie and everything.
have you ever read the comic
Same.
strips?
I've never.
No, there's a comic.
It's based on a comic strip, like a
There's a
newspaper
comic
comic
strip.
strip.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, no, definitely not. I don't even watch. I don't even read comics normally.
Okay. Fair.
So let's see.
Well,
Why don't you start it off first? Because like I think we're both clueless on this, and Albert probably has the most knowledge behind it.
Well, since we're both clueless, all I can say is seems like fun.
No, no, I get it. Yeah, no, I got that vibe. Is that it? Is that all you want to say? Seems fun.
Yeah,
Very cool to go. Very nice.
you are most
Got that.
welcome, my good sir.
Wednesday, Adam. Okay, let me just see. Right, so it's just all titled Wednesday. Okay,
it's just
so
called Wednesday. Yeah.
okay, so what I'm guessing from the trailer is, apart from good fun, is what is it just gonna be focusing on Wednesday alone? I guess maybe not the entire family. So that's kind of interesting. Again, like I did not know anything about the characters or their story or whatever, but I quite like the whole vibe of the trailer, like this mysterious girl and all that doing like really. It's a movie, right?
It's a TV series
Oh, it's a TV
for
series.
Netflix. Yeah.
Actually, wait, no, that's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I am actually, for whatever reason, I'm inclined to watch it. And what else can I add? Oh yeah, dude, Morticia Adams looking kind of peng though. If you want the translation for that, she looks very good.
Yeah, it's Catherine Zeta-Jones playing with the
Yeah,
shadow. So yeah.
I don't know who she is. Where's Catherine Zeta?
You know
Like,
Catherine
what is
Zeta?
she known
Well,
for?
she's married to Michael Douglas, who plays Hank Pym in
Right.
the MCU film.
Oh,
She
right,
is
yeah,
known for the Zorro films, the Mess of Zorro. She's in Ocean's 12. She
yeah.
is in Rock of Ages. Yeah, Intolerable
Oh yeah,
Cruelty. I think those like are her biggest
yeah.
films. But yeah,
A
the
lot
Zorro
of
films are big.
her biggest films are like in the 2000s.
Mhm.
um, I like how we got off topic with the side character, not like the main actress who plays Wednesday Addams. I don't know who Jenna Ortega is or where
Jenna
she's from.
Ortega, she's great.
Yeah.
I knew her from Disney Channel because she was a Disney Channel star, but it was like on the back half of when I stopped watching Disney Channel. But I know about her existence, and then when she started transitioning to actual film, I was like, okay, I'm curious to see. And she's good. She is in Scream. She's in Scream 2022, the new one.
Yep.
The title Scream. So I'm making sure people know she's in that one. She's great in it. I heard there's a film called Fallout. I think I heard good
Yeah.
stuff about her in that one. I know she's in X, the one that you mentioned earlier, Ariq. I heard
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
stuff about
Yeah.
that one too. I haven't got a chance to check it out, but I heard good stuff about that one, especially her. So she's like in a lot of horror movie, and she's like good in a lot of the horror movies. And from what I've seen, she's yeah, I really like her. She's great. Excited to see her in this one. She's sticking in the horror realm. I kind of wish she branched out a little bit more, but she is. I mean, it's good for her, I guess. That she, I mean, she's gonna be good. And yeah, like you said, it's gonna focus on on Wednesday Adams. and it's very it feels different because the I've seen the original Adams Family with is that the one with Raul Julia and who's the Angelica Houston? I've seen that one and Adams Family Values. Those are like very family centric, right? And it takes place in like the Adams Family mansion most of the time. But this one,
Right.
it's like in the boarding school. It seems like they're sending her off to a boarding school or something, which is why in the comments somehow someone mentioned it gives like Harry Potter vibes. I can see that because of the boarding school thing. And it's gonna be interesting because again, the family as a whole is like super fun to see. Like it's so quirky, like even Uncle Fester and everything. But now we're just gonna focus on Wednesday Adams, which is definitely a fan favorite character. But they're gonna focus on her only. So that's curious. Yeah, curious. Thoughts?
Well, like I said, that's the like fun vibe of like those, I don't know, those like TV series that takes place in like high schools or whatnot. Something like I know it's a weird comparison, but I'm like trying to compare shit to like, I don't know, Sweet Life on Deck kind of deal. I know that's such a weird comparison, but you know what I mean.
The boarding school. Yeah.
Yeah, the boarding school part. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should mention, yeah, the dad. I forgot what his name is, but played by Luis Guzman.
It's fun.
I like how he looks. He looks pretty dope. The
Yeah.
man, the man looks dope.
I'm curious to see who's gonna play Uncle Fester. I've somehow heard some sources say that it's gonna be Johnny Depp, but I'm like,
Ooh.
that is so weird casting. But I don't know. So I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah,
Well, it wouldn't be a bad casting, in my opinion. Maybe weird,
I
yeah, but
I don't know. Okay, well, because the only Uncle Fester I can compare it to is Christopher
it
Lloyd
was,
from the
yeah.
original, and I thought he was great. I love Christopher Lloyd in that character, but I cannot see Johnny Depp in that role at all. So
Fair enough. Yeah. So, anything
uh,
else to add, or because I don't know, like I said, I didn't know much about this trailer. I just thought that it looks pretty
yeah,
decent, and I might actually watch it.
yeah. I feel like the chat is pretty much in like the same mindset. Like they all agree this the tone looks great. Jenna Ortega, they're excited for Jenna Ortega and Luis Guzman. Seems like. Um, and Calvin also before he left, he also dropped a comment saying that
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
honestly quite looking forward to it. I think Jenna Ortega looks great as Wednesday. I have to say it's jarring looking at the parents not being the actor from the 90s Adams Family. Angelica Houston and Raul Julia's performance were perfect. I agree. I don't know how much I
Mhm.
will enjoy this new plot, but I will go along with it. Really, Jenna Ortega as Wednesday is the whole reason I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, she looks fantastic.
She
She
looks
just
great.
really
She looks great.
um and yeah, Cameron asks, isn't Tim Burton involved? I believe he's producing it.
Yeah, wasn't it
I'm
mentioned?
gonna double check. Oh, it's directed by Tim Burton. Okay, I didn't know that. So he's gonna direct the whole show, I guess. It says here
Wow.
directed by Tim Burton and Danny Elfman with the music. So that is literally just up. Yeah, I'm surprised he's never done anything to do with Adam Sandler before, because this is like literally up his alley. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's exciting. But
Oh.
yeah, any other thoughts?
Nope. Um, I don't know. Scale of
I'm
1 to 10. How willing are you to watch it? Teguh? It's a
Hmm.
2.
7.
Oh, just an average. Fair enough. I'm gonna put this at a. I'm gonna put this at a 9. I don't know why. Just extremely curious with all the things, and like I said, the cast looks very good as well. But
Yeah, I'm close to you as well. I think I don't know when this is coming out. It just says come out like on the fall, right? So
it better
as
come out
long
on a Wednesday.
it better do. I don't know how Netflix. I don't think Netflix does it like that way, but they should capitalize on that marketing.
Yeah,
And if it comes out on like Halloween season, I think that will be like perfect
that
because
makes sense.
the
Yeah.
vibe and everything. And also, please do not release any more shows at the same time where House of Dragon, Rings of Power, She-Hulk,
Actually, yeah,
uh,
yeah. No, it's release it on October, bro.
and Dor.
Oh, Where,
They're all
where was it
God.
mentioned? It was up here. It's like 4 series we had to watch.
Oh my god, they're all happening at the same time. Holy shit, dude! So much show.
God. But yeah,
Also,
guess
real
that's
before we transition, can I just mention something real quick? Cameron
Mhm.
Patterson, who's in the live chat, just texted me and saying didn't mention Chicago with the film Chicago for Catherine Zeta-Jones. Fake fan. Okay, I mean, yeah, she's in it, but I'm not the biggest fan of Chicago, Cameron. But the film's good, and I think she's great. But yeah, no,
So wait, what is the Chicago film?
it's a
2002?
it's a musical. Yeah,
Oh, interesting, interesting. All right,
I think it's probably one
very
of her
nice.
best performance, honestly. So
Chad and family would do R-rated gore. Oh, in the trailer,
yeah,
the kid's
did it
ass
did it
got eaten by a piranha.
was it
Okay,
his
that's maybe
ass?
that's not. Could be the hole, but I don't know. Okay, he was trying to climb out. He got bitten in the butt.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, piranha, literally.
Oh, but yeah. So yeah. I guess that's it with our thoughts for Netflix. What is this?
No, he's saying like not the biggest fan. Gave it 4 stars. Chicago. Okay, it's Chicago. Chicago's good. I just forgot that she's in it.
Well, like objectively speaking, Albert like thinks it's good. It's just not not his cup of
Yeah.
tea.
No,
Yeah,
not
fair enough. All
exactly.
right. So I guess that ends it with the Netflix trailer of Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Our reactions, yeah. So it's pretty decent. And so now we shall transition to I don't even know how to make it. How do you transition to a shogunate era Japan from Wednesday?
Oh,
I don't know, but we're going there anyway.
Well. The
Go on.
Shogunate era Japan wasn't built on a Wednesday.
Okay, that's it. That's anyway, right? So I have power here. I can remove anyone. Relax, Cameron. We're past
Teguh can
Chicago.
come
Okay.
back.
Okay. So we're moving on to our first bit of news. Okay, so the first bit of news here is another video game film adaptation. Ghost of Tsushima. It's very confusing. You know, my friends call this game GOT, so I keep thinking Game of Thrones. Since when they have an actual video game called, you know, the same under the same series? Now they were talking about Ghost of Tsushima. So right, basically they want to make a film based on the game entirely in Japanese. It's very weeb. Love it.
Yeah, the
It's pretty
director is
cool.
the director is Chad Stahelski, who did the
Yep.
John Wick films,
Oh,
and yeah,
wow.
he says he's directing this, and he says that he wants to make the film with a full Japanese cast, and he also
Okay.
wanted it to be shot entirely in Japanese language, I believe. But
Mm,
I don't know if that's gonna come true, especially with like a big production studio. I don't know if they are gonna make it all in Japanese language because
yeah, I
it's an American
understand
film. But
I understand the complications of it, but but yeah. So just in case, I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers aren't gamers. Um, so just to bring you up to date, Ghost of Tsushima is basically a game where it's set in the island of Tsushima in Japan during the Mongolian invasion in sometime in the 12th or 13th century. And basically, the story takes is in the perspective of Jin Sakai. That's the main character's name. And basically, right, he was trying to defend his country. He was trying to defend the island of Tsushima, but he uses like unorthodox methods, which kind of like give birth to the modern ninjas kind of way. Because basically, like the whole plot is like, oh, the samurais are too honorable, whatever, and he has to take matters to his own hand. So yeah, so something that so like a John Wick's a John Wick-esque kind of film set in like a shogunate era Japan with like samurais and ninjas and shit. That sounds
sounds
pretty dope. That
sounds
sounds
great.
dope. Sounds great. Yeah. So just to let you know. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
So
So
where does the ghost part of the name come from?
well,
So
the idea, like I said, right? He's kind of like the the primordial. No, he's like the beginning of like
Okay,
a
okay,
ninja.
okay.
He's
I see. Like,
yeah,
okay,
because he uses
sure.
like ninja tactics, like ambushing, poisoning people, and all that kind of. So that's why he's known as the
Gotcha.
Ghost of Tsushima. That's what I can understand. So yeah, hearing that what is it, the basis of the game, well, what do you think of this? Are you very hyped? Are you hoping that this movie comes true, or do you think it's just gonna flop because video game movies cursed? What do you think?
Well,
I'll start with Teguh. What do you think, Teguh,
it's from the
with
director
this?
of John Wick, so I would like to have hope,
Yes, but the one they're just like no.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's basically just do another Last Samurai thing, like
Oh
stylish
yeah, the
movie, and
last
you're
one.
good to go, you know? So I don't
Oh yeah, I forgot about
it
that. The Last Samurai.
I don't think they have any excuse to screw this one up, you know?
Yeah, that's right. No, yeah, you're right. I forgot the Last Samurai. Yeah, the Tom Cruise film. Like that was a banger, wasn't it? Like I
Yeah.
don't remember how it
Yeah, we
went.
know it can be done, and if the
It can
director's
be
behind
done.
John
Yeah,
Wick,
it has
you know
been.
he's good, he's competent, right? So I don't see why not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Holy shit. All right, so Albert, what do you think? Liking this
Uh,
idea? Not liking it?
yeah. I mean,
Complications?
it definitely have potential. I haven't seen a bad Chad Stahelski film. I like all three John Wick films, and I think those are the only three that he's done.
Mhm.
And also I know he's like the stunt coordinator for like Birds of Prey and Captain America: Civil War. So I'm not worried at all about like the stunt work. I think Summer's probably gonna be fantastic. And just the idea of it, I think it's like it's a strong premise, yet it's loose enough where you don't have to follow the story of the game too much. And if they want to take liberty on what they want to do to make
Yeah,
it work for the
Yeah, and
film.
it's not, you don't have to base off the game because it's based off of a legend.
it's based off real
Oh,
history. It's based off
Yeah, it's
real
based off
history.
like I don't know like
But
how true it is, but it's definitely like
it's actually
oh
the game story and the real history is actually kind of different, like on how shit ends up, but like on the
is
basis.
it?
But story wise, it's pretty much like
Yeah, but like
on the
it's not
basis
like
the
a
same.
game story, right? It's a legend story, so
Yeah, it's a legend
like
story basically. Yeah.
yeah.
it should work.
And I'm reading this right now. The game was very heavily influenced by Akira Kurosawa's like films, especially like the
Mm.
Seven Samurai. So I mean, if they take inspiration from that, and the movie also take inspiration from Akira Kurosawa, I think that will be great. Because it's like already something that already works.
Yeah. Holy shit. So basically, we're trying to say is that this movie has kind of like the makings, the foundations of becoming a pretty good movie. It has decent
Mhm.
directors, has a proper like lore storyline and inspirations as well. And of course,
Yeah.
the game itself is did extremely well. A lot of people played it. A lot of people enjoyed it and all that.
Yeah,
Mm.
is the main lead like an older character, or is it young?
He's kind of, yeah, no, he's young. He's young. He's like,
Okay,
I guess, a man in his 20s ish.
so yeah, Hiroyuki Sanada probably would not work. Mr. Blue Ball brought it up, but he's like
Yeah.
he's an older this fellow, so they probably have to go with a younger guy if they want to do full Japanese cast, and Mongolian actors as well. Because I
Yeah, and
mean,
Mongolian actors for the Mongolians that invaded. Yeah, makes
mhm.
sense. And I think the only like issue is like, I guess, yeah, the people I've mentioned here, using the Japanese language. Like, well, the issue is not like necessarily makes the movie terrible, but it's more like, it's a bit harder to sell, I guess, in like Western countries, specifically the United States, because like as you said, you guys don't have subtitles. That is insane, bro. You don't have subtitles.
Well, I'm trying to remember this, and chat help me out because Bullet Train takes place in Japan. Obviously, it's an
Yeah,
American film, and a lot of the characters are either British or American. And they speak English, but there
right.
are also many Japanese actors, Japanese characters there, and I think they have subtitles for those characters. So if that's the case, they will probably do subtitles.
To be honest,
For
I
this.
should have asked like if anyone in the states have watched like, I don't know, The Raid whenever it premiered. They have subtitles. Most likely they did, right? Unless I don't think Americans understand Indonesian.
When is the last time I saw a foreign film in theater? I
in the US.
Yeah, I don't remember. I saw Parasite at home. I saw The Worst Person in the World at home.
Uh, yeah, but anyone in the chat, if they've seen a foreign film, what was it? It was like they had subtitles, right?
You
There's no
know,
problem then.
Cameron, I know
Surely.
I know you watch. I'm calling you out. I know you watch Drive My Car in theaters. Is that and that's a Japanese film? So did that have subtitles? So yeah, let me know.
Oh yeah, this is the Indian movie you've mentioned, right? The
RRR.
RRR, yeah.
Okay.
So okay, I guess it makes sense, yeah,
Yeah.
to have English stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
On Parasite did too. Okay, so okay, you know what? Yeah, I don't think it's such a problem. I know you Americans don't like reading, but it shouldn't be. I'll be reading while watching, yeah. So I don't know. It just shouldn't be a problem, but I don't know. Like, would you rather have them speak fluent Japanese for the full authenticity, or would you like to have them speak English? And if they do speak English, would you like have them speak in like an accent or just normal speech? It's very
Um,
confusing, isn't it?
I think it. I think you know what they should do.
Ah,
Just like Prey, they should do an
uh,
English version and a Japanese version because Prey have the Komachi dub, right? And they
they
also have the
do?
regular.
No, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. What?
Yeah, yeah. On Hulu, there's literally two versions. If you click on the Prey film, there's like options in the bottom. You can watch a Komachi dub, which basically everything is in Komachi, or the English dub, which occasionally they have like Komachi language thrown in here and there, right, in the film.
Well,
They could do that for us,
if they're
yeah,
willing to put the effort in for that, like that'll be beyond awesome. I guess they can
right?
release the English one for the theatrical, the Western side.
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch it in the Japanese dub because I'm a filthy weeb. Same like Teguh.
I mean, as long as the cast is all in Japanese, I don't have a problem with it. If they
Yeah, that's
have
true. I mean, no,
like,
it's most likely they have to be Japanese.
yeah, because like, what's that movie? No, not the movie. That series. Man in the High Castle, the one by
Yeah,
Amazon.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they had a lot. They had like one or two Japanese actors, but then like there were a few people who were like Asian but not Japanese. So when they speak Japanese, it's a bit weird,
Ah, okay, I
you
see
know?
it. I see. They gotta.
Like like it's fine. I guess it's fine if you don't speak Japanese, but my God, if you speak it, it's like hearing, someone who doesn't speak,
uh,
English speak Indonesian, huh? Speak Indonesian with an English accent, you know? It's
yeah,
it's it's,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty bad.
yeah. I get it. So I guess somebody who's well adversed in speaking Japanese,
I mean, they can
should be in
they
this
can
film.
say
Yeah?
the words fine because they have a script at the very least, right? But it's the pronunciation and stuff that
It's the
gets
pronunciations. Yeah,
really,
that's what I mean. Yeah.
yeah.
So okay, so of course Naruto the man likes it. The actual weeb in the chat.
I wonder why.
Hmm. Hmm. But yeah, so I guess we're kind of aboard with this, but again, we have no other use apart from the director, is it? Like no casting, no like shooting, no nothing.
No,
Yeah, we
yeah, I
haven't.
don't, I
Well,
don't think, I don't think there has been any news outside of the director. So
yeah. So sadly, this movie will either not come to be, or we're not gonna hear anything till maybe next year, or even a year after. Is a fair assumption. All right, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I say it's one of the coolest ideas for a video game. I know I keep saying, "Oh, it's gonna work eventually. It's gonna work eventually," but this one is a bit more on the believable side. You know what? If they make Sonic work, they can make this work. Surely.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, I agree.
So anything else would you like to add about GOT, not Game of Thrones, but Ghost of Tsushima?
No,
God.
no, no, no.
Wait, hang on. I want the good to say this.
What does that mean?
No, no, no.
Is it bad?
No,
Okay,
No,
it's
it's just
funny.
really
It's just
cringe.
cringe. It's not
okay,
weird. It's not bad. It's just
for
cringe.
the audio listeners, one of Mr. Bluebolt says that the only Japanese I know how to say is to go say it.
No.
Kawaii
I
desu.
can't. No, I can't
He
bring
said
myself.
kawaii desu oni-chan, and I don't even know what that means.
That
I'm
only
I'm
just
quoting
means
him. I'm
something.
quoting him.
No, I can't bring myself to say that.
What is this? Cute
Okay.
something. Cute something. Big Brother. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
Kawaii desu odi.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right, let's move on.
let us move on before we all succumb to weebness. From video game adaptation to a book adaptation. It is a book adaptation, right?
Yes, it
We
is a
don't know, but we've
prequel. It's
already
a prequel.
discussed this before several times. Yes, so
Yeah,
Viola Davis joins the Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and we get to see a first look at the promo photo.
which
So
I'll
yeah,
bring.
oh wait,
I'll
hang
bring
on.
up right here.
This is Kelvin's brother. Just watch the game cutscene. You can understand Jinsuke's character development, chemistry. Yes, it's impossible to cram in a 6 hour game. No, you can do it, no problem. Anyway. But yeah, this is the Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So I'm guessing that's President Snow.
Yeah.
Teguh?
So for here in the YouTube video, we have the picture of the new first look of the Hunger Games Ballads of Songbird and Snakes, and just like premise. If someone doesn't know what this is a prequel to the Hunger Games series. It's oh man, I want to say the 15th Hunger Games or 25th Hunger Games. I don't remember. I read. I didn't read it. I listened to the audiobook of this book for like the first. I don't even remember, like maybe first 5 chapters or something, and I stopped because I lost interest. But basically, yeah, the main character of the book is the main villain of the trilogy of books. It's
That's the
Coriolanus
same
Snow.
photo, dude. It's just Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem. Yeah,
Sorry, I just have to get
yeah.
that out of the way, dude.
Yes. But yeah, no, the
Continue on.
main character is President Snow, and I don't know who the actor is. I'm gonna check it, but yeah, that's Rachel Zegler there, who's playing one of the tributes from District 12. I have to check I think it's Lucy Gray, the name of the character. But yeah, no, the President Snow looks like Eminem. Not gonna lie. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, hearing this, I want to hear your thoughts before I go any deeper for Teguh and Ariq. Viola Davis is playing the villain. He's playing the game maker. Basically, the character Plutarch Heavensby, Philip Seymour Hoffman's character. Basically, the same version of it, but this is like the for this era. So Viola Davis is a game maker. President Snow is the main lead, played by Eminem or someone that looks like Eminem. Um,
Oh,
and Rachel Zegler played Lucy Gray, who is like a charmer, basically. Like she's like a darling, basically. Like very much loved as one of the tributes. So thoughts?
let's see. I was never into the Game of Thrones thing. A Game of Thrones. Why am I so
Game of
confused?
Thrones.
Hunger Games, like story kind of deal. But I don't know. I guess it is a bit. No, I am a bit curious. The lore aspect of it. How the games came to be and all that. All that stuff. I guess I'm not like interested in the whole like I guess the character about him and all that, but mostly about like in the games, the game maker and whatever. What she's called? Oh, what is she called again?
Yeah, the game maker.
One who
Yeah,
designs. Yeah, the game
yeah.
maker. Yeah, so yeah, no, like with that context, like it does make the whole movie sound more interesting. But yeah, no, this promotional photo shoot does nothing for me. It's just Eminem. I don't even know. The whole concept about the Viola Davis, yeah, that's interesting about the game maker. But this, I don't know, it's just a normal. You remove the Vanity Fair image thing logo, you just think it's just a stock photo you get if you buy a picture frame. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing much to it. I can't add.
I agree. The photo is like the photo does nothing. Like literally, the photo.
It does nothing. It adds nothing.
I think that the thing that everyone says is literally not about the film, but it's like, is that Eminem? Or like, what is it? Like literally, it's like the only thing
Just
that
like
they talk about.
anyone with like a buzz cut blonde and like blue eyes. Yeah, yeah, look. Slim Shady.
Yeah. Teguh, thoughts on this prequel and based on that photo. Excited?
Based on the
I'm
photo.
not interested.
Have you actually watched any Game of Thrones? Stop saying Game of Thrones, me, dude. Um, Hunger Games like movies or anything? Or see them?
No, I haven't seen any. So
Right, fair enough.
that's
Yeah.
probably why I'm not excited at all as well.
Oh, you
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah.
seen
No.
any of
Fair
the Hunger
enough.
Games? Okay, fair. I,
Yeah.
I I love the Hunger Games book series. I read them and they're great. Probably one of my favorites because that's one of the few books that I read. But I love I love the series, and I love Catching Fire, the film. Like the whole trilogy, I also have a soft spot for because it's like I grew up with those. Uh, but yeah, no, the prequel is such a weird choice. You're literally trying to humanize the one person who's like completely evil in the film and in the original series, and that's an interesting take. And maybe that's why I lost interest because like I wasn't compelled with this young Coriolanus Snow, who I know is gonna grow up to be the villain. So why should I care? You know, right? And like
Right, right.
apparently, like they have a relationship with the main girl again, Lucy Gray, who's supposedly like uh yeah like a darling. She's like a music. She's people compare her, and I don't know if this is true or not, but people keep on saying that she's like the anti Katniss because like Katniss Everdeen is like um she's not really like a performer. She's trying to win the crowd, but she's not. I don't know how to describe it. Like if you've seen the film, like you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah,
Like she's not.
I know like the character of Katniss Everdeen, so I'm just trying to think of the opposite, but
She's like brash. She's like directly head on.
yeah,
She
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah. Yeah, her
Yeah,
attitude and like yeah,
but like
approach to things.
like the way they're both manipulative in a way. But apparently Lucy Gray is sort of like she's a performer, she's a charmer, she's a musician, and so she wows the capital, she wows the people. Because like the Hungry and people watch it and like people root for you, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she wins the people by doing that basically. Um, and
Oh,
so like
okay, I get it
and
then.
so
She's
like
so
Snow.
basically they're both like Katniss and her like they impress people, except she's actually trying to do so while Katniss is just like being herself kind of deal. She was mostly like that. She was just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
She
Look,
put a
my dress
facade.
goes in
Yeah, yeah,
fire. Goes up in fire. People, wow.
yeah. Um, yeah. No, where was I saying? I forgot what I
But
was.
the
I forgot what I was about to say. But yeah, it's a supposedly it's like a love story between the two, the main premise. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, I love Rachel Zegler. I had to fact check who the guy is. But yeah, anyway, any further thoughts?
just taken directly from the book. The quote: "She's a musician. She's a performer. She's a charmer. Snow
I
has never
don't
met a girl like this before."
I don't know.
Or is that? Oh wait, no, that's what you were referring to.
I mean I mentioned that just now. That was from the Wikipedia. So
Fair enough. Okay. Huh. But but yeah, no, I don't know what else to add to this because like I said, I was never on board with the what do you call it, the Hunger Games
premise.
hype.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not that I don't, it's not that I think it's terrible. I just never like found it personally that interesting, and
Yeah.
I don't recall the other two movies, Mockingjay and Catching Fire.
Fair. Yeah. Tom Blitt or Tom Blight. He's playing Coriolanus now. So he's the actor in the photo there. And Jason Schwartzman's also gonna be there as like the television host, like the Caesar Flickerman, basically. Peter Dinklage is apparently there. He plays like the dean of the academy, whatever, like
Uh,
the academy of the capital, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I really don't remember. I literally don't remember much about the book except Coriolanus Snow and Tigris, which is like his cousin. So yeah.
right. I don't know why, but I'm guessing Katie is not entirely on board with this, saying the Ballad of Snakes and Songbirds might have been the worst read of 2020.
It's
With an as useless epilogue, but love was not the main theme of that dumpster fire. Wow.
I've heard
Well,
I've heard I've heard like both mixed stuff of like people like half of the fandom is split. Like people who love the
really.
books, who love the Hunger Games books, half of them really like this prequel. Half of them thinks it's utter garbage. I am on the latter of that half. So even though I
Yeah.
didn't finish it, but I thought from what I listened to, I was like, I've heard enough. I've like yeah, and I don't want to read too much into the plot, so I want to be surprised when I watch a film. So that's why I
Right.
haven't picked it up again. But yeah, interesting.
Okay. It's pretty cool. I guess that's it though for all our thoughts with our news. Yeah, very
Mhm.
interesting news. With video games and what is this books? I don't know. I'm
Video
kind of
games and
lost.
books.
Video games and books. Yeah. Wait. When is the movie for this coming out anyway? Was there any
Let me check.
dates or I can't remember. I think we've been I swear to God, we've discussed this at least like
20,
three, four
2020,
times.
2023. I don't know if they have a release date yet. November 17, 2023.
That's
So
like
it's
the end of.
eligible for next year's draft.
I'll think about it because we're gonna put like we've discussed this before like beforehand. We're gonna put like bonuses for like monies made.
Box office, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, that's a interesting choice. It's very cool. But so we have to we're gonna move on from our movie talks, and we're gonna go back to something we haven't done in some time, few weeks. We're finally getting back into our MCU TV series review,
Woo.
episodic review. Yep. Last time we did this was
Yeah.
Miss Marvel. Don't remember when, was a month or two ago,
Hmm.
like a month ago.
Yeah, I
So yeah.
think exactly a month ago.
So yeah, and as some of you may remember, so we're gonna do. Are we gonna do a non-spoiler first, or are we just gonna dive right in?
Let's just dive right in. Like spoiler warning. We're gonna talk about the show, the pilot
Right.
episode. If you haven't seen it, well, I'm letting you know we're gonna talk in detail. So you go ahead and watch it. Pause this video, watch it, come back to us, or I don't know, watch it. If you want to spoil, then go ahead and listen.
Watch it at the same time we're discussing it.
Just no
Yes,
discussing.
is very good. So yeah, so let's start off. Albert, if you don't mind, can I start it out first because I think
Go ahead.
we may have well, it wasn't much of an argument, but like yeah, there's just, a bit of slight disagreements here and there after we watch. So I watched this series with Teguh at the same. We watched it together. And I think Teguh, I think it's right to say that we unanimously agree that we're not liking this first episode
Nope.
that much. Yeah. Okay, so let me start with my reasoning. May sound a bit so basically, right. The reason why I mostly did not really like the first episode as much, in my opinion, is because I thought the main character is kind of a bit too like obnoxious or too much of a what's the word? I forgot, but like she thinks like she's just better than everyone and all that, blah blah blah. And there's like a bit, and I have a sense of like forced, like like the strong female characters kind of vibe, which is has none of us actually likes. Like even Albert doesn't like it. So what you don't like the badly written characters where they're just strong for the purpose of I don't know bloody
Yeah,
nothing.
I badly written characters. Yes, I disagree that this is badly written, but go ahead.
Okay,
I'll
we'll
I'll
go
I'll,
ahead.
I'll, I'll speak after.
Okay, well, I wouldn't say she's badly written. It's just that the first impressions I get from her is like I didn't really like it. As for the first episode itself, it was technically not like terrible per se because it did kind of explain everything like on the spot, so you're not like lost with the story. And plus, it was like kind of short. As it was a relatively short episode as well comparatively. It was only 35 minutes long,
Hmm.
so like it's I don't know, it's a bit easy to catch up. So that's quite nice. It's easy to understand. What else? We get to see Bruce Banner. Like he's pretty cool in the first episode. Um, the technical aspect stuff. I thought the CG was a bit weird for She-Hulk herself. Not Bruce Banner, which is weird. Like Bruce looks normal, but She-Hulk looks a bit off. I don't know what happened with the budget disparity, but I don't know why they made it like that. But oh well. But yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
like overall, I didn't find this like first episode to be as impressive as like the previous Marvel series. Like I found Miss Marvel's first episode was a bit more intriguing. So I don't
Oh,
know,
okay.
Tago, what do you think since we watched this together? Why didn't you dislike it? Was it same reason or
Yeah, pretty
something
much the same
else?
reason, and like less about the fact that it's bad. It's just that I don't like where it's going so far. You know.
Yeah. Where it's going.
Like I mean, like I don't like the implied direction that it currently has. Like what's the term for it? Mary Sue, is that the term? Yeah. Like
Yeah. It was a
it
bit Mary
seems like
Sue-ish.
yeah, it was very Mary Sue-ish, right? And
Yeah.
like I mean, it's fine if she knows before, right? But they never explain like is she able to fight? Like cause she knew some moves, you know, and like stuff like that. So like I don't know. We'll see, but at this point I'm really not that excited.
All right. Fair enough. That's ours. Yes, we are doing a She-Hulk slander. It's very mean. It's not. We're just not impressed with the first episode. I'm not saying it's gonna be terrible all
That's
throughout,
fair.
or hopefully. Yeah.
That's
So Albert.
that's fair. I do
Yeah.
wanna I do wanna bring up this is a very interesting comment from who said this just now. Yeah, Mr. Bluebolt mentioned that this is she breaks the fourth wall in
Yeah.
this
I'm
one,
aware of
obviously,
that.
right?
Yeah.
So it could be she's telling it from her perspective, which is why like it feels like she's maybe it's all overhyped or like she's good because it's telling her, which is a interesting take on it. I did not thought of that.
Yeah, I didn't think
Of
of
like
that
anything.
either. Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, just in general, I like the episode. I think there are some stuff that I had issues with. The ending was weird. The way, because like it started off by saying like they're getting ready for a case, and then they flash back to her origin story, and then they go
Oh,
back to the case part. When they go back to the case part, and Jamil just came out as
yeah.
Titania, interrupt
Titania came out of nowhere. Yeah.
out of nowhere, and then she just started transforming, and then just punch, boom, and then like it's done, and then like she go back. It's kind of badass, but at the same time, it's like that is really jarring. It's really
Yeah, I know.
jarring.
Like she just came in like the Kool-Aid man, just like oh
Kool-Aid
yeah,
man.
and then she gets punched. Like what?
It's like,
I don't know.
back to
Yeah, no,
business.
that ending was a bit strange.
First of all, she was worried about the shoes. Take off the jacket. I feel like that would have when she transformed.
Alright,
Take
it's
off,
all
take off
well.
the
So
suit
to be
jacket.
fair, like
It's a suit jacket, goddammit.
yeah, that's true.
Um,
What else? Sorry,
but,
go on, Alvin.
but yeah, it was the ending was a little bit jarring. I agree with the VFX is very spotty. And I mentioned like on text like the hair,
The
her
hair,
hair
yeah.
looks plasticky and fake. And I think a reason for that, and I didn't realize this until I saw like still pictures of it.
Yeah.
They're trying to do a thing where her hair is like both shades of black and shades of green. And
Oh,
on a still picture, you can tell that. But on the show, it sort of makes it look like that it's like bad CGI because there are green lines. And it sort of just make it look like it's bad CGI, like green screen or whatever. And I was like,
right.
oh, okay. If I guess if they're on it works on a still image, and her character obviously in the comics has green hair, but
Yeah,
like, yeah,
I'm
that's
actually googling
on
it
the
right now.
show,
Like, yeah, wait, their hair is like black and green with green tint. The
right?
hair, yeah.
Yeah, but so yeah, when during the show, it's like it looks so you can see the outline, but it's not supposed to be like that. So that's their choice.
No wonder it looks a bit off. They tried to make it look comic-like in nature, I guess. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. And yeah, no. Again, and the whole thing with your opinion on how you said that the force commentary that you mentioned, I
Yeah.
thought I thought that it was I thought it was done well, and like how do I like I think that the part where the biggest part that I think everyone's mentioning is the part where Hulk is like trying to tell her you gotta control your anger, and then she's like, I've controlled my anger every single day. Like I got catcalled, people mansplain my line of work and everything. And just like if I don't control it,
Yeah.
I basically I control it better than you do. Basically that part, right? And yes, it can
Yeah.
come off weird, and like Bruce is just like okay, yeah. And I think it gets the message across because it is true. I think the part that rubs people the wrong way is when she's mentioning like I am better than you in that case.
Yeah.
And also like the fact that I don't know. Okay, do you guys have a problem with the fact how fast she's able to control her powers?
Well, not.
No,
It's
if it's
both like yes and not really. Because I understand it's in one episode, 35 minutes. They have to cram all that in, right? So obviously it does feel fast, but maybe, there was like actual training here and there along the way. I guess like you could say like the episode just makes it feel like it's fast, but it probably isn't. Technically, no.
Okay, Teguh?
who was it? Was it Ariq that told me like she's a like the canon explanation is because she got a blood transfusion or something
Yeah.
instead of like being radiated.
Yeah. That was the canonical one.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, if there's an explanation like that, I'm like, okay, But like the way they portray it in the episode is just because it's just because she's better. Like,
I mean,
that
I
I'm
mean,
not a big fan of.
I mean, they showed it. It's like she's not that. Well, first, like Bruce is like getting gamma radiation straight up, and also Samuel Stein makes a very great comment mentioning,
Oh, about the whole like story with the serum
Bruce,
and everything. Yeah.
which Bruce have a. It's literally Hulk is like sort of the alter ego, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've like so much thoughts, and I'm trying to word them together where it makes sense. Basically, Hulk is like has an alter ego of like his childhood, of Bruce's childhood trauma, and like She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters doesn't have that, which is why Bruce Banner struggled with the two persona thing the whole time until he eventually figured it out and they become Professor Hulk one thing.
Yeah.
Like Jennifer doesn't have that, which is why it's different. Which is why they mention in the show, it's like, wait, you don't have another person with you, and she's like, no, it's just me. So Hulk is in a way sort of like bipolar, I guess, like Bruce Banner,
Yeah.
kind of thing, like
Mhm.
to like sort
Kind
of
of
Moon
like
Knight.
Moon
Yeah.
Knight. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jennifer doesn't have that, which is why she's able to control it much easier. And also at the same time, one is like infected through the blood, and another is like through straight up gamma radiation, which could be a thing of how the anger is manifested and the personality of those two characters. So I think in that sense it works.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Also like the power scaling. I heard like people being pissed off by the power scaling.
Yeah. Bruce was clearly holding back.
He was clearly holding back.
You saw him through a
100%.
meteor into atmosphere and it actually burnt up.
Yeah.
Out of atmosphere.
During that scene, all I can think of is like, oh, that poor soul, whoever's on the receiving end of that rock.
Albert, you are down bad. Albert, you are.
Why am I down? Why am I down bad? Whoever is receiving that the rock that Hulk throw is gonna be dead.
Okay, Albert, I know everybody wants to be crushed by a 7 foot, 6'7" tall.
That is not what I was saying. That is not what I was saying at all. You are not getting what I think.
I'm just putting words in your mouth. Not only words, my words in your mouth. Which I should actually mention. I did get that kind of vibe. So you know what? It wasn't all. It wasn't all terrible. Like I said. Yeah. What was the thing to add?
I mean, I thought the comedy works. Did the comedy work for you guys?
Yeah, that wasn't. It was like standard MCU. It wasn't like weird or different. To me, it doesn't feel any weird or different. Typical MCU, like light-hearted jokes. I didn't get any much vibe from it.
Yeah, I think some of the comedy works not fully. I don't know why. There is a part where there's a part when she transform in the Stark room, the machinery, and she transform, and then Hawk thought initially that she's like a rage monster like him, right? Like Hawk, and then when he realized that she's not, he's like, bruh. He point at the machine. The way how he said bruh, I don't know why it's so funny. I never imagined that Hawk would say bruh.
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 I like that. Wait, this is from I'm not sure if this is Kelvin or Joe, but I know this is Joe's account. I want to see more of the luring on the next episode rather than our fifth than her fight CGI monstrosity. I prefer to see the advantage in her struggle having Hulk power while trying to advance her lawyer careers. Yeah, it's also pretty interesting as well with the lawyer. We haven't get to see that
Mhm.
side of her just yet. And actually, just wanted to say, are you just putting out this because you watch Better Call Saul? I know Joe likes that show a lot.
Wait, what does Better Call Saul have anything to do? Oh, is it the
It's
lawyer
like
show? Is it a
yeah,
lawyer show?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lawyer show.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I did not know that. Okay. Like all I know is that it's a spin-off of Breaking Bad. That's all I know. So um yeah, I also thought that it's smart that they did the thing of like again with the fourth wall break. I think it's very smart that it started in the court case and then she's like, you know what? You guys are watching the show. You will not enjoy the show if I don't show you how this all happened. So let's flash back and I will come back to. I thought that's
Yeah,
smart that they
I,
played that
I
off.
mean, to be honest, yeah, I quite like that too. I was like, wait, why is this all about lawyery stuff? Where's the action? And then she actually sat down, like, okay, all right, all right.
I do kind of wish, and I agree with Teguh on this part. Where you mentioned earlier that you don't really know where the show is going.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, I, I kind of want to see more of like the more court comedy, like the comedy show, but also like a court show, like what's it called, like the trial of the week kind of thing, like a different trial each week, maybe. Because
Yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna make it like a more sitcom or like more straight series, but I kind of want to see that, and I don't know if they will. But yeah, well, I don't know. What do you guys think is gonna happen for the remainder of the show? What kind of vibe do you think you're getting from this show?
trying to remember like what they showed in the trailer. Mentioned they also leaked like Daredevil, right? His picture in
Daredevil's gonna be
oh,
in it.
yeah,
We know
and he's in full
Abomination.
suit as well, not like in his Matt Murdock form.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
don't know
yeah.
where they're going with this. Like, I have a feeling it's gonna be quite some action, or there's quite a lot of action involved. I think, like instead of just like lawyering.
Mhm.
Episodes was it again? It's like 8 in total.
Yeah, eight
Six,
up. Not, I think nine actually. I believe it's 9. I
episodes.
believe it's running for 9 weeks. So let me check. While
But
while
yeah,
I'll
like
while I check, go ahead and speak up, guys.
yeah, but like if it's 9 episodes, it can definitely fit in a lot more stuff. It's not like as you mentioned, like the lawyery stuff. Yeah, they'll probably like implement plenty of
Hmm.
like I think you mentioned to me in the group chat this like she's what is it? She like takes matters to her own hands kind of thing sometimes. So
Yeah,
maybe that's why we'll get to see Daredevil as well. Or wasn't Abomination gonna appear as well? Or is it
yeah.
just the guy?
Abomination is gonna appear, and yeah, this is a nine episode show. Abomination is gonna appear. Wong is gonna be back. We saw
Oh
that
yeah,
in the
Wong.
trailer.
Wait, yeah, it wasn't the trailer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Why is so many things gonna happen in this series?
I am guessing the Wong thing has something to do with Abomination because we saw Wong
What
fight
in
Abomination,
Shang-Chi,
right?
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
in
So I
Shang-Chi,
think it
yeah.
might be something to do with that, and like not sure where their devil comes into this, but he's a lawyer, so there might
Well,
be
he's a
something to
lawyer,
do with
yeah.
that.
They could be
Although he is,
competitors. That'll be cool.
yeah, that's true. Although he is from New York,
Oh,
so I'm curious what brought him all the way to LA because this is set in LA, right? At least the
maybe
West
she goes
Coast.
to New York. Could be the other way around.
Oh, you think?
Well, why not?
I
Because like
I don't. Well,
a lot of the events that happened in the whole series is like 50% New York, 50% everywhere else, including outer space.
fair. Fair.
It is literally the setting of MCU.
Fair. Also, yeah. I also wish that this is not the only time we saw Titania, because if it is, that is such a weird thing to show. Like that she just appear, yeah, come into the court, poof, beat up. Oh
Yeah, she
shit!
went in like she went in like the Kool-Aid man got punched once and she got defeated. I thought she was supposed to be
One
like
punch man.
in par. Yeah, I thought she was supposed to be in par strength with
Yeah,
uh
yeah, yeah.
Hulk.
Yeah, that's true. Why are you making that face?
But I'm trying to think of more things to say apart from me not like actually it's not that I don't like
Yeah.
it doesn't hook me as much.
Fair. Let's talk about the people are missing Tony. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
There's also no. I mean, there's like quite a big emphasis on it because like he likes to mention things like, "Oh, me and Tony built this together. Tony built this lab for me." Apogito. Like it's actually kind of sad, and he
yeah,
clearly
this
misses him.
that definitely. So this probably takes place during the 5 year time, right? I'm guessing.
I think it. Oh, I thought it was like in the modern time, like long after.
No, I mean, oh
Uh,
no, I was talking about when they built the beach thing, the Mexico
right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
outpost, right? It has to be
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it makes sense if it was in 5 year period where people are
because
gone.
it's either between Avengers to Age of Ultron, or it's during the
But
five
yeah.
year jump
Uh,
because because Bruce is off world.
I think it's in the 5 year jump because the
Right.
bar was made to Hulk.
That's true. That's true. By the way, Arik is like cutting in and out. I don't know if it's just me or if it's over the Are you?
And my
Are you
internet's a bit dodgy.
okay? And Teguh's frozen, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on
What?
anymore. Oh, Teguh's just standing very still. I thought you were frozen.
He's standing
Huh?
very still. He's just standing very still. No problem.
Hey, learning from Drax, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
only from the best.
Yeah.
I don't know why I kind of want to mention the first part how she got her powers. It's a bit
I was
weird.
about I was about
Like
to
oh
bring it
my,
up.
it's like oh a ship. What the fuck?
It's not any ship. It's a ship from Sakaar. It's a
Yeah, it's
Grandmaster
a
ship.
current ship. Yeah, it's a current ship. Like why? And they didn't ever
Yeah,
like bring it up or mention why they were there. They were just
they
like oh just just a messenger.
they
Lol.
mentioned it. They mentioned it once. Like Bruce is like, "Oh yeah, I also got to figure out what that all is all about." Like the Bruce mentioned it once. We better get a resolution to that.
Yeah, what is that? Why did
I
Sakaran suddenly come in?
I don't know. People are having lots of theories of like, oh, are we getting a World War Hulk kind of scenario? Maybe because I mean,
Damn.
Sakaar is definitely when we saw Hulk and his big rage monster champion, contest of
And he
champion kind
has
of
his,
thing.
all his like weapons and armor as well.
Yeah, and in the comics, Bruce have a kid named is it Scar or is it Sakaar? Now I'm blanking. I think it's Skaar. It's a
Are
Bruce have a kid. Basically, well, not Bruce, I guess. Hulk have a kid with an alien, uh, in the planet Sakaar, and the name of the kid is Scar. So, and it's part of the Planet Hulk storyline.
well, hold up.
And
So you're telling me in between Age of Ultron and like Thor Ragnarok,
he got busy.
Hulk was
Yes,
clapping cheeks.
yes, he got busy.
Pretty cool.
So some people made a theory of what if that's actually Scar from Sakaar coming in on the Sakarian spaceship, and that's why it's there. I don't know, and maybe we're gonna have a World War Hulk storyline or something. I don't know. Some people have that big hopes. I don't want to get my hopes that high up.
Isn't that like kind of a big like story, the World War Hulk and all that?
It's a big story, and it doesn't make sense anymore because in the comics, World War Hulk is because basically the reason Hulk is sent to space, the Planet Hulk storyline, is because the Illuminatis think that Hulk is unstable and is unsafe to keep on Earth. So they send him off world. And then so when he's off world, he becomes the ruler of that planet, right? And then eventually Hulk decided to is like, fuck it, it's time to go back to Earth. And you people sent me off world. I'm pissed. Fuck y'all. I'm destroying Earth. That's what World War
Ah,
Hulk is about. And it doesn't make sense anymore in the premise of this. Like in the MCU, that Hulk has merged, as far as we know, right, with Bruce Banner to become the Professor Hulk. So it doesn't. I don't know what kind of storyline you could do, and I want to hear your opinion on this. If it's possible to even do the World War Hulk storyline where he attacks Earth for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's not adding up. I don't with all that's happened, it's just that it doesn't seem to think there could be like an inspiration ship,
Yeah.
not
Teguh,
direct like comic book material.
yeah. Thoughts on that whole spaceship and possibility of World War Hawk, maybe?
He's too busy playing League of Legends.
Oh, okay, he's playing again.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything. What did you guys say?
I was right.
Teguh. I know I was literally asking straight to you, and you didn't respond. But
What did you say?
I was asking about thoughts on that Sakarian ship and like what it's leading up to.
I don't know. I don't know anything. I mean, I was surprised to see a ship, but that was the extent of it. I didn't really give it much more thought.
Okay.
It appeared for like half a second.
Yeah, but I guess I really hope they at least like address it. If
Yeah,
they
address it.
don't,
Yeah, 'cause-
if they don't like mention anything about it, like what the fuck was that? I need a resolution for that weird ass spaceship out of nowhere.
yeah. That was It was a bit strange, and they didn't like discuss about it, and like I don't know, the people didn't like talk to
Hmm. Yeah, but yeah, we'll have to see again. I don't think World War Hawk can happen. Although it will be interesting if we see well, it's sort of like walking back again, right? Because it feels like the Hawks arc is complete. I'm not sure if Bruce Banner's like arc is complete with the Hulk, because I mean they're one, but this is the most we've seen Bruce Banner. So this is the most that we've heard him talk about this whole thing of like um his two personas and how they merge it together. Like I wonder if they're gonna go back and be like, maybe there is some unresolved issues, so that they need to that maybe the Hulk persona will come back. I don't know, but it feels like we're tracking back at that point. I feel like we've
Yeah.
passed that. So yeah. Uh, but yeah, no. Aside from that, I don't have any much other thoughts. Again, I thought it's a good show. I know you guys. I thought it's
It's a
goodly
stinker
written.
first episode. I don't think it will be terrible throughout, or at least hopefully so.
Fair, fair.
He hopes so.
There's a lot, and and based on what we discussed, there's so many things to open up to, so many possibilities.
At least,
It's
at least
actually wild.
I'll say this. At least your justification for your argument is a good justification, and not like a lot of the YouTube
Yeah,
videos
no,
or
no. A lot
Twitter
of people,
trolls, which are like,
a lot of people are like, this they're forcing feminism. It's not a matter
yeah,
as much.
yeah, and like apparently people are like IMDb bombing the show before it even airs. Like
Yeah, that
especially
it was
especially white
4.2
men in their
before.
30s. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 4.2 last I checked, and this was before the episode was released. A day.
yeah. It's right now it's 5.7. Yeah, actually, I'm curious to see the Rotten Tomatoes score of this. Where is it? She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, Rotten Tomatoes. Also, I just found out because this is on Disney Plus. I found out that you're able to watch this on Amazon Prime, but you have to pay $1. Like,
What?
why would anyone? I feel like you might as well just go to Disney Plus and get the subscription instead of
I
paying
mean,
per episode $1 per episode.
as an Indonesian, I have Disney Plus for free, as if it matters.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Audience score is 65%. Okay, that's the first episode so far. Checks out. Okay. All right. If there is no more thoughts, let's go to the post-credit scene. Let's mention the
Yes,
post-credit
the
scene.
best part.
I love the post-credit scene. I'll just say I don't know what you guys think of it, but I absolutely love the post-credit scene.
Dude,
I still don't have
really
a
good.
direct answer because, like, the post-credit scene, as we're gonna talk about, is basically we figured out that Steve Rogers is not the Virgin,
Yeah.
but who he clapped though.
I
He
love.
had there
I
was
love.
two possibilities, right?
Yeah, literally the first thing that when that I because I watched it with my friends too, and the first thing that we said after that scene happened, like, okay, so who is it? And I was like, two scenarios. One, Natalie Dormer's character in the Captain America:
Yeah.
The First Avenger. She kissed Steve Rogers, but that's like the extent that we saw her. The other one is Laura Haddock's character, who also plays Meredith Quill in the MCU, the same actress, because she's the one who you guys know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Showed the picture. Yeah, you showed the
For
picture.
the video listeners, it's her. She appears after the because it's like during the USO tour. That's what Bruce Banner said. He lost his virginity
Yeah.
during the USO tour, and she came up to him during the USO tour. So it's like this makes more sense if this is who Steve lost his V card to. So
Wait, which movie is this? Is
the first Avenger.
remember the scene though? Just
Let me see if I can bring up the scene.
I
But
didn't recall that scene. Honestly, I think my brain was just too distracted by Natalie Dormer. But
fair. But I love that there is a talk of like imagine if Steve Rogers is Peter Quill's grandparent, because what if Laura Haddock is playing this like the mother of
the mother of
Meredith
Peter
Quill?
Quill's mom, yeah,
Yeah,
Meredith
and
Quill.
like
Oh my
and,
god. Oh, the grandpa was at the one night stand. Holy shit.
Damn.
Wait, so that
um,
means the first cheeks he clapped was not what's her name? Peggy Carter?
I guess not. Um,
Ooh.
I mean, he definitely did not get the chance to, right?
Well, he didn't, because they weren't like in love till like the end of Captain America 1.
I mean, they're in love the whole time, but I doubt there was a time. Maybe there is, but I doubt there was a time during the whole time that they did it. I'm trying to think the events of the film and like trying to see part where if Steve Rogers um, could have slept with Peggy during the time, and I'm not remembering it.
But I don't think there was actually.
Yeah.
Find the scene?
Hmm?
Okay, did you find the
Well,
scene where he
I
met?
sort of okay. Here, let me. I need some time to find it. So you guys talk about something while I try to find it.
Well, it makes sense that he didn't have time to clap cheeks because he was clapping the Hydra cheeks. No, not like physically. He was kicking their ass, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I guess it's just a bit. I like how I don't know. I just keep thinking about the perspective of the lore. Like, wait, did he actually have sex? Did he actually get laid at one point?
Okay, so I have the clip. So it's
Right?
during the USO tour, right? I'm gonna press it like ahead. 'Cause you remember this. You remember that
Oh
scene.
right. Oh okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
I'm not,
So
I'm not, I'm not, I'm not
it's
playing
before
audio.
he was an actual like soldier. And he was just like
Yeah. During the
these
USO
plays and
tour,
shit.
there is this particular
Okay.
scene after that, right there.
Here. Okay.
I mean, you can from his. That's probably like the first fan, like the first like female adult fan. So he's probably like, oh shit, I got a fan. I got someone who likes me. And you can see from his
Yeah.
face, it's
Yeah.
probably like, yeah, look at that smirk. That smirk right there. I'll try to pause it.
Okay.
Right on
Now
the
yeah.
smirk of
He
Captain America.
he clapped. He did clap
Yeah.
some.
So you think it's her? You think it's her?
It makes the most sense because like surely like the Natalie Dormer part, like they never interacted with each other ever again after that one
I
little
doubt it. Yeah.
kiss.
Yeah.
And Peggy Carter, they were literally in the front lines. There's no way they could have done that. So yeah, no, that makes the most sense. And Bruce did mention specifically the USO tour,
Mhm.
1943.
Yeah. So we can confirm that Captain
Is
America.
that the new title? Is that the new title of the show?
shout out,
Captain
shout out,
America.
shout out to Adam Plavak who made this graphic. I freaking love this.
Captain, Captain
I also love.
America.
I love how it cuts. That's literally the ending of the show. Captain America cuts. They didn't even say the F word. now there has been 4 MCU post credit scene now, or MCU and not well either post credit or like last scene in a film where the character is about to say fuck, but the film cuts right before they say the word.
Yeah, that's. I only
Spider-Man,
remembered that
Spider-Man,
one, and
Spider-Man,
oh yeah,
Spider-Man
what the
Homecoming, Homecoming,
fuck?
where Aunt May is like,
Aunt
what
May
the,
was like, what
and
the
then
fuck? Yeah.
and then Spider-Man Far From Home when it's like, what the. Spider-Man saying it himself, and then Nick
Um,
Fury and
Nick
Infinity
Fury,
War like
motherfucker,
they never allow it. The
motherfucker.
MCU never allow a single fuck to slip through.
Oh no, they do not. They do not give a fuck. Quite literally, give.
Yeah. But I love the photo scene. I hope we get a post credit scene every single episode and just make it comedic every time. I want to see that. Now.
It don't gotta be important. Just something somewhat.
You know what?
Hey, you know
Every
what? That's
episode,
that's an
every episode.
important bit of lore. You know that we didn't know Captain America. You know. Fuck.
You know what? I want
didn't know
every
that.
single post credit scene to be about this. she just interrogate Bruce about Captain
Like,
America.
okay, which of the Avengers has done that? And like next episode's like Tony Stark did this with someone back at the convention again.
I also love that Tatiana Maslany's Jennifer Walter is like, but man, I feel so bad for Captain America. That is like America's ass, and he never got some. And like, God damn it, I have to tell you, fine, he lost his virginity during the USO tour. I love that she emphasized. I love that she emphasized the America's ass part of it during the
Hey,
conversation.
it was a good running. It was a good meme at the
It
time.
is. It's so good. I love it. I love
Meme
how
at the time,
self-aware
so
they
yeah.
are. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, is that I guess that's as much as we can really talk about the first episode. Is it going to be all 35 minutes? That's like 10 minutes shorter than
I think
like
so.
normal episodes.
I think so.
They have 9 episodes to kind of make up.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Kelvin did leave us a note for anything, so either he hasn't watched it.
No,
or-
I don't think he's seen it. But yeah, I guess we can just wrap it up.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up. Where's the stuff?
Wrap it up.
Wait, I forgot where. Yes, there. I'm gonna shout out Kelvin first. Hopefully we get to hear his opinions next episode for 1 and 2. So Kelvin, you can find him at KYAce27 on Instagram. You can find him on Letterboxd and YouTube at Disco Monkey. I'll just shout myself out. You can find me on Instagram at Ariq Andria. You can find me on Letterboxd at Ricky Doo. Oh, where can the good people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter. On Instagram at TT39, on Twitter at Tegidu. I forgot my own socials. Let's go.
Albert, shout the. Is it you first or the councilman first? I
Me
forgot.
first, because councilman's
yeah,
more
sorry.
important. So we go me first. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, JA Wiradharma. Check out all my stuff over there on TikTok and everything. Check out my YouTube channel, Jaw Movies, as well as Letterboxd Jaw Movies. That's where you see the video version of this. If you're watching on audio podcast and you're like, hey, I've never seen what these guys look like. I want to open the video version. So you can check it out on the YouTube channel, Jaw Movies. Or if you just want to see the graphics that we brought up and everything, so all the live comments, so go check it out there. And talking about the Councilmen, find us at Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd at Councilmen Show. That's again where we do the weekly watches. We log it on Letterboxd. When we go live, we post it on Twitter and Instagram. So go follow us there. And find the Councilmen in wherever you listen to podcasts. It's called The Councilmen. On Apple, Spotify, Podbean, wherever. Find us there, subscribe, leave us a review. And yeah, the reason why I was late today was I was trying to track down the guy who was jogging that haven't left us a review. He outran me. I couldn't.
No,
get to
Albert, you don't have to lie. I left a note before we started.
No. That was the reason. I was trying to catch.
No.
I was trying to catch the guy, but he outran me. So maybe next week I'll try to get the guy to review. He looked scared when I was chasing him. So, yeah. But seriously, leave us a review and we'll read it out. But yeah, that is all the plugs.
All the plugs, yes. And with that, the councilman has spoken. And we'll see you on the next episode. Albert, I forgot what we call our fans.
Citizen of the Council Nation.
Yeah, we'll see you next time, citizens of the councilman. in the broadcast.